Hello everyone, and thank you for joining in on my channel today. I'm so grateful that you're here with me today. The great thing about this video today is the fact that this will be at some point, once it's out there, this is going to be the first video that I'm putting out there on this platform as my first video, stepping into my purpose, starting this journey. And I just want to kind of talk about how this came together, that I specifically knew what this video was going to be about. So first of all, you know, this is something that God has been placing on my mind and in my heart for a long time, to get on this platform. He's been telling me, you know, that I need to step out my comfort zone, that I have a voice, that I have something to say, that he wants me to use my gifts. He wants me to use my spiritual gifts. And so, you know, of course, he's been putting this YouTube platform on my mind and my heart. And of course, like, I've been trying to run away far from it, because this, you know, this is not me. This is, you know, it's not me. I'm not vulnerable like this. I'm a very private person. You know, anybody that knows me, anybody that's close to me knows that, you know, I'm just close to those that's around me. Like, I'm a mystery. Not a lot of people's gonna know, like, what's happening with me behind closed doors. Not a lot of people are gonna know my business, my story, or whatever the case is. So this has been really, you know, something different for me and something big for me to break out of my fear and to have confidence and to be able to put myself in front of the camera and just to be able to put myself out there to the world, out there to people. It's really been something that I've been having to pray a lot about and, you know, get confirmation from God about. And I just thank God for what he's doing in my life and how he's placed me here. And I'm just grateful for what he's using me for. I definitely want to be a vessel for him. I want him to use me to do whatever it is he needs me to do. And if this is what he placed on my heart to do, if this is what he's telling me to do and leading me to do, then I'm going to be obedient. Now, the funny thing about the video that I'm doing today is, you know, like I said, God has been leading me to do this. So of course, I've been, you know, trying to plan. I've been trying to figure out, like, what am I going to do? What am I going to talk about and everything? And of course, you know, in this process, I've been praying a lot, you know, because I'm like, God, I want you to lead me. I want you to lead my voice, lead my mouth, whatever it is that you want me to say, whatever it is that you want me to do. I want to do what you want to do, because it's easy for me to come up with these topics, or it's easy for me to get here and say whatever I want to say. But then that wouldn't be, you know, you, Lord, leading me to say what you want me to say. So of course I've been praying about it, and at the same time I've been having to push back this fear, push back this doubt, because you know that that's what the enemy does. That's what the devil does. He wants you to, because he knows when you find your voice, when you find your confidence, when you really step out there and you find out who you are, he know that it's a done deal. And I know that because I'm starting to realize his lies and his schemes. And I'm not going to let him continue scheming me and lying to me and deceiving me. I'm going to break past all of those things. So, you know, I've been praying. And so this was just last night. Last night I was just praying. And, you know, because I kept saying, like, you know, I'm going to try to put my video out at this time. I'm going to start, maybe I'll put something out then. You know, I've been practicing doing little videos here and there. And I'm like, okay, no, I'm not going to put that out. And so, you know, the Lord had kept putting in my spirit that I need to just start. I need to start somewhere. I need to put something out. So in the midst of that, like, you know, I was praying last night, because here's another thing. I've been watching, of course, like, I follow and I'm subscribed to a lot of people on YouTube that's, you know, has a faith walk and everything. And, you know, watching their videos, I've been kind of like watching them and taking little things from what their approach is, how they talk, how they're going about things and everything. And so as I'm doing this, I'm steady coming up with these different ways on which I want to do this. Oh, I'm going to speak like this, or I'm going to do this. And in the midst of that, I started praying, because I'm like, Lord, I want to be authentically me. I don't want to be like anybody else. No offense to anybody else. I love the people that I follow and everything, but I don't want to get on this platform, and I don't want to start doing this and being somebody that I'm not. I want to be who I am. I want my light and my personality to shine. I want the people that these videos ends up reaching to know who I am, to be authentically me, or to be unapologetically me. And right in the midst of, let me tell you how God works. Right in the midst of me praying that prayer, God dropped it in my spirit. This is what your first video is going to be about. Because you're right. You are going to be you. You're not going to take from other people. You're going to be exactly who Ashley is. You're going to talk how Ashley talks. And you're going to be you. So all these topics and these things you keep trying to figure out what your first video is going to be about, this is your first video. You're going to talk about embracing you, who you are. Tell the world who you are. And you know, when that dropped in my spirit, I said, Holy Ghost, thank you so much, because what better way than to start this journey? What better way than to put myself out there? You know what I mean? Than to just start preaching or start talking about stuff, and you know, people don't really know who I am, and also me embracing who I am and letting the world know who I am. And so I was just like, you know what, thank you, Holy Ghost, for that. And I obeyed right then and there. I was obedient, and I said, okay, tomorrow, Lord, when I wake up, you know, I'm taking my baby, drop him off at daycare, and I'm going to do this video. And I'm so happy that he finally brought me to this moment, because I didn't know how I was going to do it. I didn't know how I was going to start, right? So let's talk about embracing who you are. This is so important. This is so important as you continue to grow, as you continue to mature. You know, you really have to know who you are. You have to know what your identity is, because otherwise the world is going to tell you who you need to be. And for a long time, I have been that person, right? I feel like, you know, we have been programmed to think that we're supposed to live a certain way, we're supposed to talk a certain way, or whatever. And the problem with that is you have a lot of fake and phonies running around, because nobody is being authentically themselves. Everybody feel like they have to look a certain way, they have to dress a certain way to fit in and things like that. And you know, that is something that I've reflected back over my life, about how I've grown up. I do believe that I've kind of been a person in the background, kind of just wanted people to accept me, you know, worried about how people think about me, worried about how people perceive me. And I'm just so glad and so happy that God has brought me from that place, you know, brought me from that place of looking for validation in the world, looking for validation from people. I don't need that. I don't care about any of that. God made me special. He made me who I am, and I'm going to embrace who I am. Insecurities, flaws, whatever the case is, I'm going to embrace it. And I just feel so free about it, right? Like, I just feel so free. You know what I'm saying? You know, God has been placing in my spirit that, you know, you done spent too much time in the background. It's time to come forward. You know what I mean? You will be the head and not the tail. It's time for you to come forward. Ashley, you have a voice. You have something to say. You will not be shy. You will be bold. You will be confident. And I receive that. I receive that word. And I'm not going to continue to walk in a light of thinking that, caring about what people say about me, caring about what people think about me. I don't care. I don't care. For a long time, I did. I really did care. I have a lot of insecurities like the next person. You know what I mean? I have a lot of wounds. I have a lot of wounds that, you know, that I haven't necessarily, at the time, that I haven't necessarily healed. And there's things about myself that I didn't know, you know, but I just thank God for bringing me to this time. And what a time to be alive. What a time to find myself and to embrace who I am. You know what I mean? And, you know, just to tell a little bit about myself, things that people probably wouldn't even know about me, right? Things that people probably wouldn't even know, you know, maybe my close friend. I'm very goofy. Anybody close to me knows me. Like, I laugh at the dumbest things. When I say the dumbest things ever. And you know, I have one of those contagious laughs too. You know, the people that like crack up and you laughing at them because of their laugh. That's me. Anybody that knows me knows. And I don't care where I'm at. I don't care where I'm at. I don't care what time of day it is. If something is funny, I'm going to crack up. And I love that about myself. I love to laugh. That's like the best feeling to my soul. I love that I'm goofy. I'm not going to hide who I am. I'm not going to hide the dumb stuff that I laugh at or the silly stuff that some people might not understand or, you know, might not understand why I'm the way I am. Who cares? I don't care anymore. Like I said, I did care. I don't. So like I said, I'm goofy. Another thing about myself that people probably don't know, I'm cheap. I am very, very cheap. People probably wouldn't know that because of, you know, kind of like the way I dress and things like that. But here's the thing, I'm a thrifter. I'm a thrifter. You know what I mean? So I'm cheap. And when I say I'm cheap, I'm cheap. I'm like a $4 cheap. Like if there's this item and that item and this item is $4 more, I'm not getting that item. No, ma'am. I'm not. And you know what? You call it cheap. I don't even really call it cheap. I just look at it as being resourceful, okay? Like, I'm going to save my money. I'm going to cash it to the bank, okay? You know what I mean? It's not cheap. You can look at it however way you want to look at it. I'm being resourceful, okay? Another thing about myself, like, and I hate to tell people this, you know, but, like, I hate seafood. I don't fool with seafood at all. I really hate to tell people that I don't like seafood because I feel so childish saying that I don't like seafood because, you know, that's like one of those things that, one of those type of foods that everybody loves. So it's like, you know, when I tell people I don't like seafood, they're like, how don't you like seafood? And it's like, I just don't like seafood. You know what I mean? I don't like the texture of it. I don't like anything that has to do with seafood because seafood just reminds me too much of the ocean. I don't like the fish and all of that. It smells like the ocean. It tastes like the ocean. It's murky. So I don't like seafood. You know what I mean? And that's just me. That's just who I am. Another thing about me, like I'm a natural girl. I'm a naturalista. You know, for about 3-4 years now, I've been, well, going on 4 years now, I've been natural. So that's one thing that I'm happy about with myself. I have embraced my natural tresses. I haven't had a relaxer in God knows how long. So when I'm coming before you, when I'm doing these videos, these are the type of styles you're gonna see me have. You're gonna see me with protective styles or my natural hair. You know, I don't really do a lot of weave. If I do, you know, like a quick weave or something, it's more of like a natural look, like maybe like a blunt cut or something like that. It's more like natural, you know, short type cut looks. That's me. You know what I mean? That's me. That's who I am. Another thing about me, I'm a fashionista. You know, anybody that knows me, all my friends and my family knows, like, I'm a fashion girl. I am into looks. Like I just was saying a little while ago, I'm cheap. I'm a thrifter. You know what I mean? I'm not the type of person that's going to go out and spend all this money on designer stuff. I'm not. I'm the type of person that's going to go to the thrift store and put together looks. I'm going to serve you looks. You know what I mean? And I'm going to do it in a not a cheap way, but you know, whatever, in a bargained way, however you want to say it. I'm gonna give it to you. You know, that's me. You know, I'm the type of person that prefers heels over gym shoes. I'm the type of person that prefers, you know, blazers over t-shirts. I'm the type of person that prefers pea coats over bomber jackets. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I love my style. I love the way I am. I love the way I dress. I just feel like, you know, the way I dress, and this is not to say anything about anybody else dress, I just like the way my style is and the way I dress because I like, it just makes me feel so much like a lady, like a grown woman, you know what I'm saying? When I wear my heels, my heel boots, you know what I mean? Or when I'm putting on a long coat, you know, with a nice scarf and a nice bag to go with it, that's just me, you know what I mean? Again, and I'm embracing who I am, you know what I'm saying? Now, those are maybe some embarrassing things and good things about me, but you know what people want to hide from? The insecurities. So let's talk about the insecurities. I don't care about it anymore. Like I said, I am embracing who I am. So let's talk about the insecurities. So one thing that I have always been insecure about, always, like a physical insecurity of mine, is my birthmark. A lot of people don't know this, but I'm putting it out there. I'm putting it out there because I'm being unapologetically me and I'm embracing me. My birthmark. If you could see it, this is my birthmark here. My entire life, I have hated this birthmark. I have hated this birthmark because I just felt like it looked so dumb. Like, this is the dumbest place that I can have a birthmark. Well, that's how like I said, that's how I used to think. But I don't care about it anymore. And so it was something that I've been very insecure of, you know, because it's just like, like, God, why would you put a birthmark right there, smack dab in the middle of my face, in the middle of my chin, you know what I mean? But here's the crazy thing about my birthmark, right? Now you hear how I'm saying that I've been very insecure about it. That's actually, the more I think about it, that nobody has ever like made fun of my birthmark except for one person, but that hasn't even been something that I heard over the years, like something that people try to like make fun of me about or throw back in my face about my physical appearance, you know what I mean? And then, you know, when I think about it, birthmarks are beautiful. You know, everybody has birthmarks. Some have unique ones in unique places. Some people have birthmarks that's hidden. It, you know, it is what it is. And this is what I'm saying about embracing who I am. This, you know, God, I don't know why you decided to put a birthmark on my face, you know what I mean? But I embrace it anyways. It's beautiful, you know what I'm saying? Other things like, you know, I'm a mom now, so, you know, I have that mom stomach now, right? That was something that I dreaded when I used to think about having kids. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know that mom tummy that I'm talking about with the stretch marks. Y'all know, I don't have to go into details, but I remember that was something that I would dread. Like, oh my God, at some point when I had kids, I do not want to end up with this stomach. And lo and behold, I done had a baby and I ended up with the stomach. And you know what? And like I'm saying, I'm not about to let that use that as no way of being insecure. I'm not, because let me tell y'all something. First of all, I didn't even really gain a lot of weight when I was pregnant. So when I had my baby, I snapped back, okay? I snapped back. And, you know, it is what it is with the stomach. I'm not going to sit around worrying about it. I'm going to do what I got to do on my end, keep a healthy diet or whatever the case is. And I'll tell you one thing, I'm not going to sit around being insecure about it and worry about it, because at some point when I get married, my husband going to love everything about me and everything about my stomach. So I'm not going to be insecure about that. But this is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? We all have insecurities. We all have things that we don't like about ourselves. And it's not just physical. It's not just physical insecurities. There's a lot of things. You know what I mean? I could go on and on and on, which I won't. But this video was just really, I wanted to put it out there and remind you to embrace who you are. Be unapologetically you. It's time to stop caring about what people say about you. It's time to stop caring about how others perceive you. Be who you are. You know, I will never forget this teacher back in the day. He told us one day, he said, what do you want to be like? Do you guys want to be like pigeons, you know, on the surface, looking for food, walking around on the surface, or do you want to be like an eagle that's soaring high? And I want to be like an eagle, you know what I'm saying? And I think the first way of me being able to do that is getting past all of this mess, all of this unnecessary stuff, all of these things. I have to be able to look in the mirror and love who I am. I have to be able to look in the mirror and be able to embrace who I am. There's no way for me to really fully live my purpose and to have a voice and to be confident if I'm not confident in who I am. I have to be confident in who I am. You know what I mean? And I haven't, you know what I'm saying? I haven't, especially since, you know, I got pregnant and I had my baby. My baby is a year now, but, you know, since I had my baby, I lost a lot of confidence. I lost a whole lot of confidence, you know what I'm saying? And I had to get back to that place. I had to remind myself who I am. That's another thing I want to leave with you guys today. I challenge you, when you leave from this video, I want you to think about one thing. You don't have to go in your mind and think about a whole lot of things. I just want you to think about at least one thing that you love about yourself. One thing, because let me tell you something. We all have different gifts. We all have different talents. You know what I mean? We all have different things about ourselves that separate us from the next person. Every single last one of us. You know what I'm saying? That's why God gave us different talents and gifts. We're not all meant to be the same. So it's something about me that is special that even my friends and my family don't possess. You know what I'm saying? It's something that I could do that my mom can't do, that my sister can't do, that my best friend can't do. It's something about me, and I challenge you today. You better think about your stuff, and you better own it. today, because it is something about you that can't nobody touch you when it comes to that. Okay, whatever it is, I don't know. All I know is who I am and what my stuff is. And so you better find your stuff, and you better not let nobody take your stuff from you, and let nobody say nothing about your stuff. Because let me tell you something, that is your stuff. That is your uniqueness. That is your great quality. That is where you excel. That is the special thing about you. And I'm telling you, there is something about you right now, something within you, something about your mind, something about your voice, something about the way you use your hands, the way you do things. You are an artist, whatever the case is. There's something about you that can't nobody touch that, baby. Can't nobody touch it. Can't nobody hold you down when it comes to that. Can't nobody attack you when it comes to that, because it's you. And I'll challenge you to find that. Really think about that today. Really sit back and think about that. Instead of always thinking about the negative things about yourself, how you look, or how, like I said, how others perceive you, or just we are so critical of ourselves, and we are just always beating ourselves up. But I challenge you to think about those positive things, because it's something about everything. Like, like hairstylists, for example. When I tell you, I have such a high level respect for hairstylists, because let me explain something to you about hairstylists. When you go into, before, both women and men, before you go into a barbershop or a hair salon to go get your hair done, you could be looking whooped, okay? You could be feeling like the bottom of the bottom, okay? Like, you just based off the way you look, you don't have no joy, nothing. You just feel low. You just feel so ugly. You just feel so ugh. But let me tell you something, baby. You go walk in that barbershop or that hair salon, you get your hair whipped, you get your beard trimmed up, you walk out the salon feeling like a different person. This is what I'm saying about stylists. This is what I'm saying, stylists. For those stylists right now watching, that's your stuff, baby. That is a gift, to be able to make somebody that's feeling depressed to feeling like $1,000,000. That's your stuff. You better embrace that. You better tell yourself, ain't nobody doing hair like I'm doing. Ain't nobody lining up and giving a face like I'm doing. That's me. This is my thing. This is my brand, and I'm gonna own it. So own who you are. Own who you are. Love everything about yourself. Don't let nobody tell you anything about who you need to be. And I have to get away from that. Looking for validation, I'm over here looking for people to see my worth and value that don't even see their own worth or value. You see what I'm saying? This is why you can't focus on that type of stuff. You out here looking for people to love you that don't even love themselves. You out here looking for people for validation they don't know nothing about. They don't even have an identity. They just going along. Ain't got no purpose. Ain't got nothing going on. Just going to work, laid up, whatever, just making it day by day. Just living. But you out here worried about what they think about you. You out here worried about, what I'm saying? They on social media, they on Facebook, whatever the case is, on Instagram, acting like they got all this stuff going on, and behind closed doors, they are miserable. Okay? They are miserable. They are depressed. They don't have nothing going on in their lives. But you worried about I have to get away from that. No, ma'am, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that to myself. For what? I'm not out here worried about what anybody else doing but Ashley. I can only be accountable for Ashley. I can only be concerned for Ashley. And so I'm not worried about any of those things. And so I challenge you, because it's hard. It is hard, because that's like I said, that's how we were conditioned. That's how a lot of us grew up. That's how this generation is. Everything is about material things. Everything is about clout and what this person is doing, or if you ain't got that, you a lame. You ain't doing this, you this. Don't pay attention to none of that stuff. Don't pay attention to any of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Be who you are and embrace who you are. And here's the thing about embracing who you are. When you really fully embracing who you are and loving who you are, the people that's not meant for you, they gonna say that type of stuff. They think that you a lame, or they gonna think that you this, or you need to be doing it. Them the people you don't need to be around anyway. When you really fully embracing who you are and loving yourself and being your true authentic self, the people that's meant for you are going to be there around you. They're going to be there no matter what. They're going to love you. They're going to appreciate who you are. The same thing that other people hate about you, the people that's meant for you are going to love that about you. Your smile, your goofiness, your laugh, whatever the case is, your mindset, the way you think, they're going to love that about you because they are meant for you. You know what I mean? Those are the people that you want to put your focus and your attention on, not the people who, like I said, these people are... I'm so happy that I'm getting to this point because I wasn't always at this point. I haven't been. I haven't, and I just thank God. Lord, I thank you. Lord, I thank you for the mind change, for the mind shift. Thank you for helping me to find myself. And that's all. So again, I challenge you, embrace who you are, love who you are. Don't let nobody tell you nothing. Don't let nobody take your stuff, baby. You better own your stuff. Okay? You better own your stuff. Okay? Thank you for watching.